Learn how to get her back. Do you really think that you and your ex should get back together after you have considered things like what caused the breakup? Will the same thing happen again? Have you learned anything from the breakup? Do you think your ex has learned anything? If you have good answers to these questions, then you have a great chance of getting back together. If not, you may be heading into further strife. The good news is that it is possible to learn from the mistakes of the past and move on to a richer life together. Finding the right steps to getting back with your ex is usually common sense. The trouble is that emotions can easily overcome logic and common sense. The practical thing is to actually sit down on your own or with someone you trust and write down the things you did together that you enjoyed. Then make a list of the things you were obliged to do to make your girlfriend happy, but which you did not want to do or even disliked doing. For example, did your girlfriend want you to go shopping with her? Did you want your girlfriend to take an interest in your favorite sport? Did you usually agree on what TV show to watch? If you went to a party, did she stay by your side? Would you like her to stay by your side? Do you have mutual friends? The reasons don't matter. The important thing is to think about what you did together. Think about some of the more personal aspects. Did you always remember her birthday or relevant anniversaries? Was she always on time when you went anywhere? Can she cook? Can you? Do you really trust her with money? Does she trust you with money? Was your commitment serious, or were you only attracted by sex? You might be surprised to find that a research study in the UK showed convincingly that most guys spent more time thinking about what sort of car they wanted to buy than about the selection of a life partner. So it is not surprising that couples meet, are attracted, start dating, and never seriously consider what they are getting into. If you are genuinely upset about breaking up with your girlfriend, you need to make some serious decisions. Are you worthy of her? Is she the right girl for you? Will the relationship develop into marriage? If you are not looking for a long-term commitment and she is, will you both end up together and happy? Sorry if I am putting a dampener on your day, but if you are serious about getting together again, you need to be armed with some answers, or you could be back in the same predicament in a few months' time. Okay. That's enough of the bad stuff, and if you are still with me, obviously you are serious and some practical help is due. The process of getting back together is not that hard, but it does take some input and even some discipline if you really do want to get the results you are after. Point one of the methods that has worked for lots of couples is a cooling off period. It can really help. Time apart provides time for the heat to go out of the emotions that sparked the breakup. It also gives both of you a period in which you can think deeply without the pressure of friends asking what is happening with you too. This step is probably going to hurt and you may feel you are losing the tussle. Fact is, quite likely she is going through similar withdrawal symptoms. There is an old saying in sales techniques which really fits the bill in your circumstances: the first one to speak loses. What is meant here is that if she rings, you have a fair idea that she is missing you and would like to get back together. If you ring her, she knows she has you on a string and will remember that if you start negotiating over changes that need to be discussed when agreeing to get back together. Adding to that thought, women tend to look to the guy to be a protector or someone who will be strong in a crisis. By not throwing yourself docilely at her feet, you will demonstrate that you are the guy she can look to defend her. You are the guy who has some real backbone, and she will admire you for that. But first, you have to get your head together, so you don't just talk the talk, you can really walk the walk. You can even go to stage 2. Have a few dates with another girl. This step needs to be carefully handled or it can backfire. Your ex-girlfriend may decide to follow your example, and you have to wear that. And you must do it with an almost cavalier attitude. Anything less will give the ball back to her, and you will have lost considerable ground. If you are confident that you are the right guy for her, this is the time to prove it. If you know that you are going to cross paths socially, make sure you are extremely well fitted out. Don't turn up looking untidy, depressed, and showing that you are suffering badly. Be your most vibrant self, or at least try to display what she fell in love with before. Put on a bold face, be courteous and thoughtful to all around you, and if you are bold enough to show up with another girl, do everything the way she would expect you to. Perhaps even a little bit better. Let her see that you can survive without her, and inevitable jealousy will be her reaction, Every guy makes mistakes when a breakup occurs, you will too, but you will get a great deal of help from a book I read recently. It is called The Magic of Making Up and is written by T. Dub Jackson. He makes no claim to being a highly schooled professional, and what he has written is a simple book based on wide personal experiences. He explains everything in terms that you will easily understand, and if you apply his recommendations, you will make real headway very quickly. But read the book, digest what he says, and apply the methods he is sharing with couples all over the world.